Face problems with positive attitude. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Winston S. Churchill. When everything around us is going wrong, the most common thing we hear around us is to stay positive. But, what is staying positive? How important is it to be in a positive environment and develop a positive attitude? We face new challenges and new problems every single day. Problems and challenges, they're in the nature of every new attempt we do. It is very important not to ignore the problem. Sweeping a problem under a carpet would create more problems. The best way to solve a problem is to face the problem. Running away from problems would extend the problems but not solve the problems. When a problem arises, there are always two sides to it. One is the white side and one is the black side. Focusing on how the problem cannot be solved, feeling self-pity, getting into the worries form the black side of a problem, which is known as negative thinking. Focusing on how the problem can be solved, believing in yourself, looking for solutions would fetch you the white side of the problem, which according to me is an attitude of staying positive. And this is what exactly staying positive means. Abdul Kalam once made a statement, why newspapers should only be a medium to communicate about corruption and not a medium to communicate good things in the world. By telling this, he definitely conveyed a message that good things in a newspaper can surely bring in a positive outlook for the day. We often read articles regarding teen suicide on newspapers, and often the reasons heard for this problem are parents' pressure, depression, or the inability to handle tough situations. But the actual reason is that they were unable to see the white side of the problem. They would focus on the problem, which would make them get deeply involved in the problem. All they required was a positive attitude to handle the situation during their tough phase. It is always easier to stay positive when everything around is going well, but real positive thinking is revealed when that is maintained during the tough times. It is true that it is not easy to reject negative thinking during a tough circumstance, and even if we try, we might find ourselves again and again relying on our problems. But positive thinking development is a must to cope up with the day-to-day challenges. For example, if you have lost your way in a forest, then sitting on a rock with your thoughts of how you lost the way would never fetch you anything than getting involved in the problem deeply. This is when positive thinking is required. Think of finding out your way, that would definitely fetch you a solution. An entire sea of water cannot sink a ship unless it gets into the ship. Similarly, the negativity of the world cannot put us down unless we slowly get into it. If you find that keeping a positive attitude has been extremely difficult and you are feeling low or depressed, listen this video for some advice and possible treatment options. Sometimes, the only thing you have with you is your attitude and how you make the best of it. One thing which people can do is to try and ensure that they focus on doing activities which would increase their feeling of confidence. Suppose when you try cooking, rather than cooking a complicated dish and feeling low, cook a simple dish such as noodles, which would definitely help you to increase your confidence of cooking and you would feel positive about yourself. Discarding the things which would not fit in our lives would make us feel lighter. Having a never say die spirit is one of the most important factors to be considered to be positive. Do not allow failures to pull you down, as failures are always the stepping stones to success. Never restrict or create a boundary because of the definitions given by the society. Previously, society said, success is the key to happiness. However, presently the same society says, happiness is the key to success. Society will definitely come up with a variety of definitions and advices, but never fail to see beyond their definitions, because society's today's way of seeing doesn't remain the same as its tomorrow's way of seeing. Reading books, starting the day early, sharing a laugh, meditating would help you to have a calm mind to take up decisions, and, most importantly, these activities would set up positive energy in you. Expectation is one of the major factors to be disheartened. So, stop expecting and give your best in what you're doing. Focus on your inputs rather than focusing on the results. Inputs matter a lot. Small daily inputs would definitely bring in the best output, which would be beyond our expectations. A positive life requires a fresh mind and fresh attitude. So, a great way of living a positive life is to keep positive and not allow the small defeats or non-successes to affect you. Keep working on your goals and you will surely attain